Save your prayers. God is not here with us now. There is only the darkness here. Fight! Fight! You cannot win. He died.
Where are we going, Andy?
Hell!
Whalley Abbey.
the Humpty Road.
Okay, so we're just going to start asking out on the radio. to see if we've got any spirit people present. See if anybody can make any communication with us. Do we have any spirit people here with us this evening? I'm Alison. I've been to this abbey before. The last time you actually played some organ music for us, and we could hear you chanting in Latin as well, which was amazing. If you could do that again or something similar. Let's see if you can come through on this. Can you hear something? Trying. See what we do with this. I think I explained it last week. This picks up frequencies in the area, the radio. And anyone can do this with any radio, right? Anyone can have a go at this. We've got one that automatically scans, yeah? So what happens is, the spirits are able to come through, and occasionally you get a random voice that will just say a name or help or whatever. So if we ask questions, let's just see if we get any significant answers. Okay, so, what's your name? Please try and come forward and speak to us. Oh my god, that was a train. Did you hear that? That was a train. Whalley train station is just back there. And this is the kind of flipping thing that freaks you out when you're doing paranormal. There could be like a monk stood right behind you and you wouldn't know it, and the train freaks you out. Because the timing just always seems to be just right. Is anybody there? Any spirit person? Any monks? Any abbots? Any cooks? Any other people that used to work at the abbey? Come forward, tell us a story about the abbey. What happened? Distantly can hear something trying to come through, but I can't make out what it is. Could be just normal radio. I think the thing is, when you use this kind of device, you get really excited when you hear a noise, but you've got to remember normal radio will try and come through as well, so it could always be that. It isn't always going to be spirit. Tell me what happened to your monastery. Was this the doing of King Henry VIII? What do you think of King Henry VIII? What do you think of him coming to take all your things, dissolve your monastery, kick you all out, and take all your gold, and your chalices, and your altar objects? How does that make you feel? Because it would make me feel really, really hopping mad, to be fair. And I do know that one of the arches from this abbey is now in place at Horton Towers, which is about 10 miles away from here, maybe. When this place was derelict, local landowners came and took pieces of masonry for their own houses, and Hortons, they took a lovely arch door, which is now up at Horton Towers, which you can see if you visit that place. It's beautiful. They do some great spooky nights, like October through to December. They do the spooky supper, and the staff all dress up and take you around and tell you the stories of all the ghosts. It's a really, really good night, actually, and I'm going to plug it because we've done it a few times. It's good to do around Halloween if you're looking for something spooky to do. Horton Towers spooky supper. So anyway, they show you this door, right, this stone arch, and the strange thing is about the stone arch, they've seen a monk passing through it. So the monk obviously has come with the stone arch from here. So, is it you that's going through the stone arch of Horton Towers? Do you still think your doorway is here? Well, maybe we can help you with that, because you know your monastery got taken apart bit by bit by King Henry VIII's soldiers and sold off bit by bit. And the pieces of masonry that were left lying, the gargoyles and all those things, were taken by people for their houses, for their homes. How does that make you feel? Because I know how I'd feel if someone was pinching pots out of my garden. Only the same thing. Do you know, it's funny, you sit here in the dark and you can actually feel, I mean, I can't tell you what it feels like. I can only show you what it's like to do these experiments in different places. But when you're actually sitting here in the dark, it's like sometimes you feel like there's a presence with you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a psychic person, not at all, not one tiny bit. But you don't have to be. Can you hear that now? Try and come through a bit more, come through stronger. Are you standing close to me? Are you singing hymns? Sing a bit louder than we can hear you. What we need to use, really, is the recorder. I've got the recorder right here. I'll show you it. And this is the kind of device that picks up what we cannot hear with the normal ears. Like, you know, dogs can hear stuff that we can't hear. But these recorders, they work in exactly the same manner. Last time I set it up on the night stairs, and the night stairs are just out there. So we're going to go to the night stairs and put, this is the recorder. I'm going to go and set that up again, like we did last time. And let's just see if we get the same thing. It'd be interesting to see if we get that again in the same area. Because it's the night stairs and the day stairs is the area where they would have come down to mass. You know, they would have been called down and they would have come down to mass. So I'm quieting off because Andy's working around here and I don't want to distract. So let's just go and place this where we had it last time. Look at that. It's pretty obvious what that was, ain't it? You can even still see the urinals, Luke. But look at them for urinals. You don't get urinals like that now in the Aaron Hounds, do you? All that stone. It's unreal, isn't it? To think these things are still here that they used. Now the night stairs are around here somewhere, so let me just have a quick look. Because everything looks different in the dark. So yeah, this was the latrine area. This is where they would have washed and, you know, toileted and stuff like that, morning duties. So Andy's working where the day stairs are, night stairs somewhere. I think what we'd better do, actually, let's go and leave it somewhere over there, because if we leave it here, we're just going to pick up Andy talking. So let's go up here. Yeah, Andy's working there, so let's just take the recorder. We'll take it to a different area and see if we get anything else. Let's take it up to where we thought the altar might be. It's so funny because in the daytime you can find everything no problem, but at night, because it's limited, you know, you can't really see everything. Now, alright, let's go back that way. It's a fireplace. We'll put, I think, we'll put it here actually, in the doorway of the church. Because if we do that, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to switch it on. Alright. Okay, it's just loading up now. I will leave it here, the doorway of the church, because if we're going to catch anything, we maybe catch some hymns and things, some background music, some noise, some of the noises that would have gone on in regular daytime here. Alright, it's loaded up that now, so why is it being so slow to load up? Why is that? Normally loads up really quickly. Maybe it's the storm. See, for me, not everything is paranormal, do you know what I mean? There's a pretty good explanation for most things. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a walk around while it's loading, because it might take some time with us being in the because there's still quite a lot of stone around, even though it's derelict. That's Andy over there doing his ritual. I'm like security tonight, really, because, you know, people can still come in here and walk about, so I just tend to have a look around, make sure there's nobody going to be like scared the living daylights out of them, and you see them in there with the hooded robe on chanting all that stuff. You'd think there was something really dark going on, wouldn't you? And it isn't really that, it's just that he's, oh my god, think I just pulled half of the flipping stone away. 12th century monastery. See, I want to peek around corners and see if there's anyone there, but shit, I can hear feet. I can hear feet. Oh my god, I just heard feet then. There's nobody here at all. I definitely just heard some feet. Just there, in that doorway. So this is the place we need to set up the recorder then. That's still saying please wait. It doesn't normally happen that with this. Why is it saying that? See, sometimes paranormal can affect. That's Andy ringing the bell. That's Andy, that's not paranormal. He's ringing the bell as part of his ritual. That's just odd how that's still loading. Look, it's just still saying please wait. Can you see that? Please wait. What I'll do is I'll leave it in my pocket. I've got a little pouch with all the paranormal stuff in here. My little paranormal book of gadgets. So we need to go back and collect the radio anyway because we've left that around there. Let's see if I can get the other ghost box up on here to use. But I definitely heard feet out there because I honestly thought somebody was coming around to see what we were doing. But there isn't anybody, so I don't know. I definitely heard that with my ears. Right, we'll put spirit box on. Let's try this. If this doesn't load up, there's something definitely freaky happening in here. Oh, it's Andy. It's okay. Yeah, it's just Andy filming around doing his thing. He's doing his separate vigil as well, besides. Right, this is spirit box, so let's put this on and see. Do you know we've been having some weird things happening with our equipment, Andy? Well, the recorder won't come on. You know the one that we used before on the night stairs. This is the one that we put on the night stairs.
Yeah.
And it's just saying please wait. It's been loading for like literally about 20 minutes now. So no, either I'm being the usual goose that I am with it and it's not coming on, but I was going to leave it in here, the church bit, to see. But I heard footsteps right there because I looked to see if anyone was coming. It sounded just like someone was walking up. And there's literally like nobody there. So I might be doing something wrong with it. But if not, then it's not working here. But it's worked everywhere else. But also my spirit box, it's not been coming on neither. So to me, it's as if someone don't want us to film, innit? Oh, it's come on now. That's strange. Oh, it's come on now. It's quiet though. It's usually loud. Do you not feel like your equipment's being affected here? Or have you not really used any equipment yet? Well, I've left the radio up round there, but we were sat talking and asking questions, and I can hear some faint music, but you don't know if that's like the radio trying to come through, do you, or anything? But that won't come on. This is on now, but it's not as loud as it usually is. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. Whether it's because of the storm. You can hear that, but what I'll have to do is listen with my ear. Yeah. This is just doing the same thing as the radio. What is it? Is it me being numb? It probably is, isn't it? This is why I stick to the history, guys. Because techno-fear is not the word. Well, let me loose with anything that plugs in or switches on or charges up, and we've had it. Yeah, but it's finding the batteries, Andy. You're talking to me now. Come on, I come from Stonehenge.
Wow.
Whilst Andy's messing about with that, we'll just plug the channel a little bit. So Spiritual Encounters 666 is what we've changed it to now, because when we had it as just normal spiritual encounters, we were amongst the God Squad and the angels and the happy and lovely hymn-singing people of the world, which we don't necessarily fit into that category as much as we'd love to. So we added on the 666 just to make us a little bit separate, and now you can find us by clicking on the Black Raven logo button. But what we really need, what do we really need on there? Subscribers. Won't cost you anything, and it just literally hit the subscribe button. It will just chat up that people are watching this channel, and it will help us be able to make longer videos. They will want longer videos, and we can do more stuff.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to see if we can get an EVP
Yeah.
on this. Yeah, we're going to see what we can do. And right, so we're going to go quiet for a couple of minutes. We're going to record on this, and then see if we get any of that. What we'll do is, when we've recorded stuff, we will go home, we'll listen to it, play it up later, see if we get anything on it. If we have, what we'll do is we'll put it all together when we're at home, and we'll put it on, let you listen to them, and see whether we've picked anything up, because it's a bit difficult when you're out in the dark trying to replay. I mean, sometimes you won't be able to hear, but when we're at home, we can boost the sound up and everything like that, so you'll be able to. So it will be another video with all the results of the EVPs, if we get anything. I mean, we may not get anything, but we'll see what we can do. So we're going to do one now. We're going to be quiet for a minute. So I'm going to start it now. We'll ask a couple of questions and see what we get. So here we go. Is there any monks, priests, bishops who were around here before this abbey was dissolved by Henry VIII? Or anybody else here who would like to talk to us? Speak into this device with the red lights on. Is there anybody here who was offended by my ritual? And what do you think of the place now? Does it upset you to see it as it is now? What we're going to do now, we're going to go back in that room there, see whether we can pick up anything in there where they did the ritual.
Yeah.
See whether
I'll tell you what I'm going to do then. I'm going to walk around the perimeter with the EMF meter and see if we can get anything. And then if we get anything, we'll just set up to do recording there or something and see. I need to go back. I've left some bits and pieces around here. Alright, I'm going to go this way. I won't disturb you. I'll go around the outside. Okay, this is where we were before, you know, with the radio. The radio's still switched on. Can you hear it there crackling? Let's just see if it's moved. You know, sometimes objects can move when you've left them and moved away for a while. Alright, what we're going to do is let's put the EMF meter on. Put that there. Right, so we've got the radio, the EMF meter. So if that flashes, then we've got a present. So, is there anybody here who'd like to talk to us? Any spirit people? Any monks? Any abbots? Any people that are higher up? Any people that visited the abbey? Any of Henry VIII's soldiers still here? They still remain here after he plundered the place and helped himself to release? I could do on that device over there, just can't. But I can hear you talk. What I can see is if the EMF starts dropping, then we've got to take it from that to try the other equipment out. Sometimes we get off the you can hear it, but it might be flash. It's the garden there, so it's probably like animals. Right. And owls, they get us every single time. Every single paranormal, if we're outdoors, an owl will like just swoop from a tree and just grab us, you know, it's just without fail. So yeah, it's like I keep looking behind me because you think you're just aware that there's pitch black behind you, and when you're in an abbey like this that's haunted and so old, you can't help but feel is something going to grab you from behind. It's never happened to me that on a paranormal to be grabbed, not at all. I did get some scratches, 3 scratches one time, but then I've been doing a similar ritual myself to what Andy's doing now. But I was bringing through one of my spirit guides, quite a powerful spirit guide, and I think that's what left the scratches. Sometimes they just give you a message, like a friendly cat scratch, you know, like a "I'm here" kind of thing. Nothing doesn't always have to be negative. Doesn't always have to be like the bad side or anything like that. Sometimes it's just simply you've reached out and they're contacting you back, and sometimes they're a bit stronger than they realise. Like if anybody tries to contact family members and things like that, friends that have passed on, what I've always found is when they want to come through, they will try, and when they do come through, they're generally a lot stronger than what they realise. So don't be frightened if you know you're calling out to a loved one, a deceased friend or a family member or something like that, and you get like something smashes in the house, or you know something very loud and frightening makes you jump, because a lot of the time they've gathered all this energy and they've kind of like knocked something over and thought, oh my god, that was very I didn't mean to be that loud. So they're sometimes often as scared as we are. So this is the outside of the abbey, and this is the garden. Well, they do keep these gardens now, actually, so they're nice to walk around during the day for those people that like trees and plants and things. That's another rope hanging down. Oh my god, what do I always say? I always hate seeing ropes hanging down outside in trees because you never know what's going to be dangling on the end. Thank God there's nothing dangling on the end of that one. I think that's probably my biggest fear. You know, like we do a lot of abandoned buildings, but we haven't put all the abandoned on the YouTube channel yet. So we're going to be doing some more abandoned pretty soon. Manchester and possibly up here, Charlie Way. I think for me, when you do abandoned, the most frightening thing really is not the ghosts or anything like that. It's who's in there. Do you know what I mean? You climb through a window, you go into an abandoned building, and your instincts is like, who else is in here besides me? Do you know what I mean? I'm frightened always of finding somebody, some lunatic, or you know, you never know. I mean, up until now, we've only met lunatics like ourselves who were doing paranormal, but you just never know. You never know. Got to be safe, guys. Got to take precautions as much as you can. It's great fun doing this stuff, but there's a price to pay if things go wrong, you know. Look at that door. That is a proper like abbey door. That's an original abbey door. That I'm sure that will be from like back in the day. Should we knock on it? Is anybody there? Would somebody like to open this door for us? Perhaps you'd like to knock back. That was me knocking the door, Andy. Andy's coming out now to see if it was something paranormal. I suppose I should have told him really, but I'm not very professional, as you've probably gathered by now. I just wander about doing my thing, telling my stories and boring people to tears. So, we're back out here again now. This is where Andy's doing his... That was me knocking on the door. I'm sorry if it startled you. Well, we're just trying to get, you know, just trying to get a bit of a knocking back, but we sing that song, innit? Knock on wood. But well, that's wood actually, that door. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pipe is no. See? Though, that's weird. That's weird. Were you talking then?
Eh?
Was you talking then?
Yeah, I was talking.
Oh, thank God for that. I heard a man's voice out here. Shoo. Try and keep quiet so we can hear things. I don't want to flash torches in that direction too much because I don't want them coming out saying like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, we're just summoning Satan actually, and just, you know, wouldn't go down too well really, would it? I don't think. So over there is like the hotel I was telling you about that's still being used for functions, and I do know that it's the YHA like youth hosteling thing at weekends. They take the kids out climbing and all that stuff, and I do know it's used for like workplaces book it for confidence building, team building sessions, and all that. So I think what that place is over there, it's a more recent building. It's not as old as this monastery. I think that was something that was just built afterwards. Didn't have anything to do with this dissolution, but it's the same as like Whitby Abbey. If you've ever gone up there, and other abbeys around tend to be on the coast. A lot of them on the cliff tops. You know, they all fell into the same category where Henry VIII just literally plundered a lot of them because he was Catholic. Catherine of Aragon was Catholic, but he wanted to marry Anne Boleyn, and the church were like, no, there's no way you're going to marry Anne Boleyn. You're married to Catherine of Aragon, blah, blah, blah. So he said, all right, fine, fair enough. I'll make my own church then. I'll make the Church of England. So that's what he did. And because he did that, that's how we arrived at this with the monasteries and stuff. This looks like it would have been stairs leading into like a quadrangle or something. This is the kind of place that you would hear feet, I think. This is the lawn. This is like a quadrangle. And it's another lawn. They had a lot of lawns because they used to make all their own herbs, herbal teas, herbal remedies. And they made all their own wines and honeys and everything. Everybody had a job to do. But back there is where they used to live. Again, that's the rest of the dormitory where we set off earlier on. So I'm going to sit here. And then we'll just take in spooky surroundings. And we'll just have a little bit of quiet and we'll see if we can just hear anything. You know, sometimes you can just sit here and you can just hear stuff yourself with your own ears. Sometimes you don't need to use all that equipment. So this is the lawn. It's probably not very good lighting actually, to be fair. Right, we're on. Yeah. Greetings paranormalists, spiritualists, YouTubers, and tonight we are at Lancashire's Whalley Abbey, and tonight I'm going to leave Andy alone to do an Aleister Crowley ritual which he will talk to you about himself, and I'm going to go separately on a lone vigil and take you around the walls and tell you a little bit about the history of Whalley Abbey. So Andy, good luck, and I'll leave you to it.
Tonight I'm going to do a ritual. I'll let you know when I'm starting it. If you don't want to hear it, I can understand that. And I'll give you a sign like this when I've finished it. If you don't want to turn your sound down and do it. Just to bring the spirits forward. And then when I've done that, I'm going to do, it's called the Red Boot, which basically is the same as using a Ouija board. Instead you ask questions, open page, pick a line, and see whether that corresponds with what question you've asked. Now, the ritual I'm going to do, I'm not going to tell you where it's come from, or where the ritual's from, who wrote it, or what it is. It is a satanic ritual, which obviously being an abandoned, disused monastery might stir things up a bit. I know some people may be offended by what I'm going to do, but this is a free country and it's free religions in this country. You're allowed to worship whatever religion you are. This is mine. I've been practicing the occult for over 40 years, so I suggest do not do this if you haven't got a substantial knowledge of the occult. That's all I'm saying. Don't just pick up a book and think you can do it. You can't. I've studied this for a long time. I'm used to it, I'm protected, and it's not as though I've just picked up a book and gone, I'm going to do this. So, anyway, I'm going to set up now. I'm going to do this full of salt. Then I'm going to ring the bell, which will start. If you don't want to hear what I'm saying, then that's fine. I'll totally understand that. And I will give you a sign like this when I've finished. And then I will do the red book, which is fine. Okay, so I'm going to start with preparation now. This is the salt of protection.
So tonight we're at Whalley Abbey, and this is part 2 of Whalley Abbey. Andy is setting up and is about to perform some ritual from one of his magical ritual boots by Aleister Crowley. If you want to see the whole of Andy's ritual, please tune into part 1 first, and then I'm going to go and do a long vigil, which will be part 2, and also continues in part 3. So we're going to leave Andy now to do his vigil, which you'll be able to see as on the YouTube channel, part 1 of Whalley Abbey. Alright, grab your gear, let's go!
Okay, so I'm going to start now. In fact, it isn't an Aleister Crowley ritual, it's a ritual of somebody else. Probably just as in the occult world, pagan world, satanic world, he's just probably just as famous and just as inspirational to a lot of people. Okay, so I'm going to start the ritual. Now if you want to turn the volume down now, I won't be offended. I'm going to start it now when the bell starts. In nomine Desse Nostris Santanus Lucifera Excelsi. In the name of Satan, the ruler of the earth, the king of the world, I command the forces of darkness to bestow their infernal power upon me. Open wide the gates of hell and come forth from the abyss to greet me as your brother and friend. Grant me in the indulgence of which I speak. I have taken my name as part of myself. I live in the beasts of the field, rejoicing in fleshly life. I favour the just and curse the wrong. By all the gods of the pit, I command that these things of which I speak shall come to pass. Go forth and answer to your names by manifesting my desires. Or hear the names: Abaddon, Ammon, Apollyon, Asmodeus, Astaroth, Balaam, Baphomet, Bast, Beelzebub, Behemoth, Dagon, Dambala, Demogorgon, Gorgo, Hecate, Ishtar, Kali, Lilith, Loki, Marduk, Midgard, Moloch, Mormo, Nergal, Nihasa, Raimon, Samu, Semet, Shamad, Thoth, Typhon, This is the ritual of the 9 angles. Let us do honour to Azathoth, without whose laughter this world shall not be. Honour to Azeroth, without whose laughter this world would not be. Azeroth, great centre of the cosmos, let thy flute sing us unto us, lulling us against the terrors of thy domain, thy merriments to stain our fears, and we rejoice in the world of Horrors in thy name. Honour to Azeroth, without whose laughter this world should not be. Let us do honour to Yog-Sothoth, without whose sign we ourselves should not be. Honour to Yog-Sothoth, without whose sign we ourselves should not be. Yog-Sothoth, master of dimensions, through thy will we are set upon the world of horrors. Faceless one, guide us through the nights of thy creation, that we may behold the bond of the angles and the promise of thy will. Honour to Yog-Sothoth, without whose sign we ourselves should not be. The demons are, the demons were, and the demons shall be again. They came and we are here. They sleep and we watch for them. They shall sleep and we shall die, but we shall return through them. We are the dreams and they shall awaken. Hail to the ancient dreams. Hail to the ancient dreams. I call now the unsleeping one, the Black Herald, Nearthalatep, who assureth the bond between the living and the dead. Hail, Nearthalatep, O dark one who rideth the winds of the abyss, and crieth the night yawns between the living and the dead. Send us to the old one of the world of horrors, whose word we honour till the end of the death was sleep. Hail, Nearthalatep. Hail, Nearthalatep. Hail to thee, Black Prince from the grotto whose charge we bear. Hail to thee and to thy fathers within whose fans feign thee laughs, and scream in terror and in merriment and in fear, and in loneliness and in anger upon the whim of thy will. Hail, Nearthalatep, Prince of the Abyss. In thy name let us behold the Father. Let the old ones who reign upon the world of horrors come and speak with us, for we would again strengthen the bond that liveth within the angles of the path of life. Hail, Shub-Niggurath, Father of the word of horrors. Hail, Father of the hornless one. Hail, Ram of the sun and deathless one, who sleepest not while we honour thy name and thy bond. Hail, Shub-Niggurath. Hail, Father, hail, Father. I am that I am, through the angles I speak with the hornless ones, and I pledge a new bond of the demons, through whose will this world is come to be. Let us speak the bond of the nine angles. Hail, Father of the Lord of the angles, Master of the world of horrors, we speak the bond of the nine angles to the honour and of the flutes of the laughing one, the Master of dimensions, the herald of the barrier, and the gods of 1,000 young. From the first angle is the infinite, where the laughing one doth cry, and the flute blow to the ending of time. From the second angle is the Master, who doth order the planes and the angles, who hath conceived the world of horrors in terror and glory. From the third angle is the messenger, who hath created thy power to behold the Master of the world of horrors, who giveth substance to the being of nine angles, being of the and of the knowledge of the nine angles. From the fourth angle is the Ram of the sun, who brought thyself to be, who endeareth upon the world of horrors, who proclaimeth that the time was, that the time is, and the time shall be, and whose name is the brilliance of the nine angles. From the fifth angle the hornless ones, who raised the temple of the five trihedrons into the demons of creation, whose seal is at once 4 and 5 and 9. From the sixth angle is the sleep of the demons in symmetry, which just vanquished the 5, but shall not prevail against the 4 and the 9. From the seventh angle is the ruin of symmetry and the awakening of the demons, for the 4 and the 9 shall prevail against the 6. From the eighth angle are the masters of the realm, who raise the temple of the eight trihedrons unto the demons of creation, whose seal is at once 4 and 5 and 9. From the ninth angle is the flame of the beginning and the ending of dimensions, which blazeth into brilliance and darkness unto the glory of desire. I pledge the bond of the demons, through whose will the world hath come to be. We honour the bond of the world of horrors. Hail to the hornless ones, hail to Shog-Niggurath, father of the world of horrors, unto the beginning and the ending of the dimension. Unto the beginning and the ending of dimensions. The gods are loose upon the world, and we shall not pass, but the time shall come when the gods will bow before us, and man shall speak with the tongues of the hornless ones. The way is Yag-Sothoth, and the key is Nihal-Atzep. Hail Yag-Sothoth, hail Nihal-Atzep. Hail Yog-Sothoth, hail Nihal-Atzep. Hail Satan. Right, so that's the ritual finished. Now that might get things going a little bit. And normally to get something and the vibrations around you, the best thing is to ring a bell, and it vibrates round, and it can sometimes bring spirits forward. So we'll just try it. I'll ring the bell 3 times. Now what I'm going to do now, it's called the red book. Now the idea is to pick it random, any red book you want, any, doesn't matter what it's about or anything like that. Now this basically is the same as using Ouija board or any sort of spirit contact or anything like that. And it works by you focusing on a question, asking the question, picking a page at random, and picking a line, and see whether that responds. Now, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Same as all most paranormal stuff. So what I'm going to do is basically going to ask, is there anybody here who wants to speak to us? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus on something, pick a page randomly, and I will pick a line. So that's a little bit what it says. Well, that didn't work, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus a bit more. Question, focus a bit more. If there is anybody here, give me a sign. Okay. So, fixed page. And it says, witches are wise women, initiated into the older mysteries. So, that's one. Now, okay, I mean we're in Whalley. It's probably 5-10 minutes away from Clitheroe, practically next door to Pendle Hill. Now we know what Pendle Hill's synonymous with. Now maybe that line was telling me there is some sort of connection here with the witches. So we'll try it again. If there are any women, men, who had some connection to the witch trials, who were unfairly treated, let me know. I'm going to pick a line. The unseen powers that have interested man. Okay. So is it a man who wants to speak to me? Because due to a lot of people's beliefs, witches work women, witches and men as well. There are male witches, like myself. So, there's a male witch here who would like to speak to me. Come forth. This may simply mean that as witchcraft is a reduced right. Okay, we'll try another one. Are there any monks, priests, bishops who were part of this abbey? Who lived here before Henry VIII dissolved the monasteries and basically looted and burnt them down? Is anybody here who wants to speak to me? Well, it starts off, the sentence says, in Ireland was persecuted by the Bishop of Ossory. Well, that's interesting. Okay. So you are a Catholic priest, Catholic monk, bishop, or anything else? Is there anything else you want to say to me? They would never be Puritans as those who made such a desert of England. Okay. So if this is somebody who was here at the monastery, is there anything you would like to say to the people who destroyed this place? Who took everything away, persecuted you for your religious beliefs? Because I know a lot of the time people seem to think that during that time there were only witches who were persecuted and burnt or hung, but it wasn't. It was people of... There's always somebody got a vengeance against some kind of religion. So if you're here, you want to say something? Other terms for the goddess, Megan. Okay. So, yeah. Not spectacularly brilliant, that, but so there's a light there. you want to make contact with us. Make those lights light up on there. How do you feel about me doing that ritual here in your church? How do you feel about me doing a satanic ritual in here? You know, there's lots of stones about. You can always throw one of these stones. You know, if you feel strongly enough about it. And the bells again, see whether we can pick anything up. It's quite quiet in here really, there's not a lot, but I just wanted to do that ritual. We're going to be doing a lot of things like this. As you know, myself and Alison are witches. And people seem to say, you know, are you a white witch or a black witch? I normally say I'm a grey witch, because I'm neither white or black, so it's grey, obviously. Yeah, we're going to do quite a few probably rituals. Because people are interested in it. And this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do, sometimes it's try to evocate the spirit, bring forth the spirits. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. You know, so tried the red boot one. I've got quite a few other different experiments that we're going to try over time. I can see lights flashing. I can see Alison's on her way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this circle, and obviously nothing can follow me out of here. And like I said, I've a lot of years experience doing this. You know, it's not something that you can just go, oh, I'm interested in that, pick up a boot, do the ritual and that. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. You know, you wouldn't, having never drove a car before, just get in a car and try and drive it. In some ways, doing the occult rituals and things like that, if you have no knowledge, it can be dangerous. And I have known it to be dangerous. You've got to be grounded in this religion. You've got to know, you've got to learn. So you've got to be able to have your protection behind you. I'm well protected. My guys are always with me and everything, and anything tries to harm me, they step in. And it's all about knowledge and learning. Even after all this time, I'm still learning things. But I hope you enjoyed this little bit. Like I said, I'm going to close the circle down now, so anything I've done in here won't harm anybody else. And try and get the spirits, and I think we'll have a walk round and see what Alison's doing. But it's been a bit different tonight. It doesn't feel anything strange here. It doesn't have any sense of anything's around that's going to hurt. It's actually quite a peaceful place. You know, but if people want to see more of this, I mean, we're going to be doing so much stuff. Yeah. So anyway, let's see. Close this circle. to the watchtowers of the south. Thank you for protecting us tonight. And farewell. The lords of the watchtowers of the west. Thank you for protecting us in this circle tonight. Hail and farewell. The lords of the watchtowers of the north. Thank you for protecting us in this circle tonight. Hail and farewell. Circle is closed. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give you a bit of a tour around this place. Have a look. But, yeah, it's a good place. I don't think it's not so scary. This place is quite a peaceful place, you know, and it is a very nice place. It is a place. I mean, obviously you can't see too much of it, but obviously with it being, I think about midnight, but you know, if Allison's doing something with the spirit box here over here. Let's just have a look.
We've been having some
I'm not
weird
gonna.
things happening with our equipment, haven't we?
Oh, have you?
Well, the recorder won't come on. You know the one that we used before on the night stairs. This is the one that we put on the night stairs.
Yeah.
And it's just saying please wait. It's been loading for like literally about 20 minutes now. So no, either I'm being the usual goose that I am with it, and it's not coming on. But I was going to leave it in here, the church bit, to see. But I heard footsteps right there because I looked to see if anyone was coming. It sounded just like someone was walking up, and there's literally like nobody there. So I might be doing something wrong with it. But if not, then it's not working here, but it's worked everywhere else. But also my spirit box, it's not been coming on either. So to me it's as if someone don't want us to film, innit? Oh, it's come on now. That's strange. Oh, it's come on now. It's quiet though. It's usually loud. Do you not feel like your equipment's being affected here? Or have you not really using your equipment yet?
Yeah.
Well, I've left the radio around there, but we were sat talking and asking questions, and I can hear some faint music, but you don't know if that's like the radio trying to come through, do you, or anything? But that won't come on. This is on now, but it's not as loud as it usually is.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. Whether it's because of the storm. You can hear that. But what I'll have to do is listen with me ear.
Can I hear it?
Yeah. This is just doing the same thing.
I'm sorry about this.
What is it? Is it me being numb? It probably is, isn't it? This is why I stick to the history, guys. Because techno-fear is not the word. Well, let me loose with anything that plugs in or switches on or charges up, and we've had it.
If in doubt, take the batteries out.
Yeah, but it's finding the batteries, Andy. You're talking to me now. Come on, I come from Stonehenge.
Oh. Oh. Right.
Whilst Andy's messing about with that, we'll just plug the channel a little bit. So Spiritual Encounters 666 is what we've changed it to now, because when we had it as just normal Spiritual Encounters, we were amongst the God Squad and the angels and the happy and lovely hymn-singing people of the world, which we don't necessarily fit into that category as much as we'd love to. So we added on the 666 just to make us a little bit separate, and now you can find us by clicking on the Black Raven logo button. But what we really need What do we really need on there?
Subscribers. Subscribers.
Won't
Get
cost you anything. And it just literally hit the subscribe button. It will just chat up that people are watching this channel, and it will help us be able to make longer videos. They will want longer videos, and we can do more stuff.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to see if we can get an EVP on this. Yeah, we're going to see what we can do. And right, so we're going to go quiet for a couple of minutes. We're going to record on this, and then see if we get any of that. What we'll do is, when we've recorded stuff, we will go home, have a listen to it, play it up louder, see if we get anything on it. If we have, what we'll do is we'll put it all together when we're at home, and we'll put it on, let you listen to them and see whether we've picked anything up, because it's a bit difficult when you're out in the dark trying to replay them, and sometimes you won't be able to hear them, but when we're at home we can boost the sound up and everything like that, so you'll be able to, so it will be another video with all the results of the EVPs, if we get anything. I mean, we may not get anything, but we'll see what we can do. So we're going to do one now. I'm going to be quiet for a minute, so I'm going to start it now. We'll ask a couple of questions and see what we get. So right, here we go. Is there any monks, priests, bishops who were around here before this abbey was dissolved by Henry VIII? Or anybody else here who would like to talk to us? Just speak into this device with the red light on. Is there anybody here who was offended by my ritual? What do you think of the place now? Does it upset you to see it as it is now? So what we're going to do now, I'm going to go back in that room there, see whether we can pick up anything in there where I did the ritual. Because see whether that happens in there.
What I'm going to do then, I'm going to walk around the perimeter with the EMF meter and see if we can get anything.
Alright, well.
And then if we get anything, we'll just set up to do recording there or something. I need to go back. I've left some bits and pieces around here.
Yeah, I've left some stuff in here.
Alright, I'm going to go this way. I won't disturb you, I'll go around the outside.
Yeah. Alright then. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to same thing here. So get some recording. Right, I'm going to do exactly the same, so you know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put it on the floor so I don't get any, and I'm going to record now. Is there anybody in this room that would like to talk to us? Anybody who lived here when it was a monastery, or anybody later on who just came here? Just talk into the red light. I'm not here to disrespect you or harm you or anything like that. I just want to know your story. Were you somebody who was here after recently, in the past 100 years, and just want to talk to us? That's just me returning that. So, okay. But yeah, this is what used to be the old stairwell. Here. There's quite a bit. So what I'm going to do now here, obviously, don't want this running out. Really nice area. So before the camera runs out, let's say, I hope you enjoyed this. A bit different, and you never know, we might have picked some up on the recorder, which, like I said before, we're going to put on a different video. Yeah, I mean, obviously, videos are going to be getting a bit longer because we're getting used to doing it, and I know people are starting watching our stuff and they want more content. So yeah, so I'm going to end it there. It's been good, it's been different, so we're going to be doing different stuff all the time, different places and everything. We're going to be doing another one tomorrow night. I'm not telling you where, you just have to wait and see till we get it. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching it, and don't forget, subscribe. If you subscribe and we get more subscribers, we can do more, and we can do what you want us to do. So leave a comment. Anyway, thanks a lot.
So tonight we're at Whalley Abbey, and this is part 2 of Whalley Abbey. Andy is setting up and he's about to perform some ritual from one of his magical ritual books by Aleister Crowley. If you want to see the whole of Andy's ritual, please tune into part 1 first, and then I'm going to go and do a long vigil, which will be part 2, and also continues in part 3. So we're going to leave Andy now to do his vigil, which you'll be able to see as on the YouTube channel, part 1 of Whalley Abbey. Alright, grab your gear, let's go! Okay, so yeah, it's really, 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 really dark. And I'm just trying to point some things out to you that might be of interest. We have been here before, so I do actually know the layout of the place, but I'm just hoping you can pick it up on camera. I hope it's not too dark. This building we're coming up to now is where the monks used to live. This is the I'll get up to the wall and then you can see it. There's an arched door to one side. Right, this bit is where the monks used to live. It used to be the dormitories. No, it's like dormitory for pigeons and doves and things. I'm just hoping that the lighting. What I'm going to do is do it with this camera, and then if the lighting is not that great, we'll do it again with something else. So you will be able to see it. We will put it on YouTube, and you will be able to see it. So yeah, Whalley Abbey. It's derelict. It's abandoned. You can just come in. You can walk your dog. You can come for afternoon tea. There's a cafe here, and it's one of those places that during the reign of Henry VIII, when he decided to dissolve all the monasteries because he wanted to get married to Anne Boleyn, so therefore he wanted to get rid of the Catholic religion. This was one of the monasteries that he actually persecuted. So what Henry VIII and his soldiers did, they came into monasteries like these and they just literally took everything. They held all the monks and religious clergy and people in cells, and they took everything, the gold and all the stuff belonging to the altar, and just basically kicked the monks out, and they were homeless, left to wander the streets, the towns, begging wherever they could go for food, shelter. So there is a lot of bad feeling still in these places. I just keep quiet there because that's the area where Andy's doing his ritual. So this is the shell of it. There are little signs here and there telling you what the area is for. So we'll go slowly around. I'll try and give you the best lighting as possible. Although I do think it looks spookier when it's dark, but it's no good if you can't see anything at all. This is the fireplace. So whilst we're on our walk around, we are going to stop and do some little bits of paranormal here and there. See if we can generate some activity. We've been here 3 or 4 times before, but like I said, we were just kind of practicing in those days. We were just doing it for like a hobby. We just, yeah, we've had an interest in ghosts and paranormal for a long time, but we didn't really take it seriously as such. Whereas now, more and more people are doing it. More and more people are capturing things because of cameras and stuff like that, and more sensitive phones. Everyone's got phones, dash cams and all that stuff. So this bit is the lawn. It's just herb beds really. They used to grow all their own herbs, make all their own wine, that kind of thing. We'll go this way because this is the main church bit here coming up now. I'm just trying to get some light and then you can see better the layout. So this is one of the arched doors into the church, the main church. And now we're actually in the main church. This is one of the other, well, it would have been a big window back in the day, a big stained glass window. This side is like alcoves, where priests keep their things for the altar. I guess. I mean, I'm presuming this bit was the altar. Oh, there's a sign. Let's have a look what that says. Probably says keep off the grass, you pillock. Can't actually read it because there's that much gone. But I think looks to me like this could well have been the altar bit, because there's little little alcoves here and there dotted around where they would have kept like the communion stuff, and that's obviously was a window. Look at that. That would have had stained glass back in the day. And I think when you see it hollow like this, it's a real creepy, eerie feeling about, like, you know, times gone by and the people that lived here, the religious people that prayed, and, you know, this was their devotion, their life, everything. Because back in those days, remember, a lot of people that didn't get married had to go into the church. You had the choice. You either got married or you went into clergy, the church. That's Andy in the distance there. We'll keep quiet for a second. Not disturbing. Yeah, so these are all different parts of. I think actually some of it was actually the abbot's house. The abbot was the person who, like, the head honcho, if you like, in charge of everything. So I think what we're going to do is there's like a bare window at the end there. So we're going to go down there because it overlooks the river at the back. And we'll do a little paranormal of our own. So, okay, what Andy's doing, he said before, you know, we are both pagans, we do practice witchcraft, but witchcraft comes in many different forms, many different varieties. I describe it a little bit as like being a chef. You're a chef, you can cook, so you do all these different dishes. It's the same thing as being a witch. You're a witch, yeah, but you do all different things. Everybody is different. You all add your own little personal touch to it, so no two witches are the same. And if anybody wants to ask any questions or, you know, needs to know more, there are hundreds of good books about Wiccan, witchcraft or pagan magic, stuff like that. It gives you a good insight into what the whole thing, you know, is about. The little town of Whalley in the background there. But this bay window, if I remember, I think the river's just beyond there actually, because these abbeys were always built near rivers because they needed somewhere to flush their toilet, and basically no river, you know, no abbey, because they couldn't live without the water supply. So most abbeys, you know, will have been built around, you know, water, a river of some sort. And there were signs describing what all these rooms were for, but they seem to need replacing. So what we're going to do, I've got my little bag of paranormal tools right here. So we're going to conduct a little paranormal of our own, and we'll see if we get anything. Because one thing that did happen to us up here actually, a few years ago, we had the recorder and we left it on the night stairs, which we're going to do that again tonight because we did pick something up, and when we listened it back, we could hear vaguely like organ music and some Latin chanting, but we had to sort of connect it up to the laptop and really boost it up to hear that. So what we're going to do, we're going to put on one of our spirit boxes. I think let's see what ghost box. Let's try this. Just give it a minute to load up. Right, this is the tool that we use frequently. Everybody uses it who does paranormal. But there's different ones. There's Dead Calm, there's Necrophonic, there's Ghost Box, there's Spirit Box. There's all different ones, so you can just basically pick and choose what you want for yourself. I go for the cheapest one, my pocket being as it is. So this one, actually, let's try this out because I haven't actually tried this one yet. We'll see what it does. I think it should scan frequencies. Should hear a crackling in a minute. Turned up, yeah. Okay, let's try a different channel then. Maybe it's because we're in a stone building that we're not getting that noise. Let's put noise on, maybe it's that. You know, I think I'm going to have to practice with this a bit more, to be fair. What we'll do is we'll go back and we'll try the other one that's already loaded on, because this one I know does work. This one we use more or less everywhere we go. We've used it at the Ancient Ram, and we've used it. We did do the Pontefract Black Monk House in Yorkshire on New Year's Eve, but we don't have enough footage to put on yet. That's the only reason we haven't put it on, because what we want to do is we want to go back there in hopefully this New Year's Eve and do it again and get some decent footage, because what happened was we were spending all of our time just like getting involved in the experiments that people were doing, all the different things that they were doing, so we didn't actually do that much filming, and it's only afterwards you think, oh my god, we should have really filmed loads when we were there. But anyway, we are going to go back, so this is starting to pick up now. Let's just see. It might be one of those things that needs to scan the area a bit. I'll just walk around and see if I can get a better signal. It's like, because it's on a phone, sometimes you need to find a place where you can get a signal. We'll just film a little bit more of the Abbey whilst I'm trying to sort this out. Okay, don't want that. Alright, let's take it off. Alright, let's carry on filming for now, so we'll try something different. There is another ghost box loaded up on my phone, so I'm just going to give it a few minutes. We'll go to a different location. We'll have another look round. I'll try and get you some decent lighting. And the problem is when you wear these head torches, there's moths flying at your head like crazy. You think, oh my god, are they orbs? No, it's moths. The actual new building is really beautiful. It's like a YHA hotel. It's kind of, they do like group, you know, for work where you do like this team building and all that. They do all that kind of stuff here. So it's a pretty neat place to stay, really. But these grounds are open 24/7. You can just come in, walk about. You can bring your dog. You can just, whatever. It's a really relaxing place. Last time I was here, actually, because Andy's always off doing some mad experiment, so I just leave him to it. I will sit and listen to choral music. I'll get like a Gregorian chant and stick it on my iPlayer and just put my headphones in, and it's just so perfect in places like this to hear that. And I think it does generate, like, a bit of activity too if you play that kind of stuff. Right, let's go to the outside bit. That was Andy, by the way, talking then. So he's reading some chant from his Aleister Crowley book. It's stuff that Crowley used to use himself back in the day. And we have books and books and books on Crowley. But to be fair, I haven't actually read any of them yet because they're a little deep for me. But Andy's really, really studied it, so he really knows what he's talking about when it comes to like the paranormal and demology and stuff like that. He's pretty clued up on it. So, right, let's have a look what we can do. I've got a little bag of paranormal equipment here. Let's try this. We've got our radio. So what if we put that on and our scout? Let's just get a thing on it first. Okay everybody, so we're still in the grounds of Whalley Abbey. We're going to do one final walk round now, so this will be part 3. Part 1 was Andy's solo vigil. Andy did also his ritual, and then part 2 was our walk around and my lone vigil, and this is part 3 where Andy and I together are going to do one final walk around. And I think just don't use any equipment and just enjoy the peace and quiet of the night. And you can hear the owls, and it's just peaceful. It just gives you a sense of what it was like back in the day, when those monks used to live here, and just because they were silent most of the time, probably all of the time. And sometimes I think just create the atmosphere that it was like back then. Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where I had that doorway there. When I was messing about with the sound recorder before, I 100% heard feet, because I went out to see if anybody was coming to see what we was doing. Really heard feet, yeah. No, there was nobody there, that's what I mean. The feet was so loud, like, just there. I went out to see if someone was coming. Yeah, right there, in the doorway there. Right there. I put the sound recorder there, and I heard... I come out to see if anybody was here, you know, just having a look.
Do you want me to try something? Do you want me to try one of these here then?
Yeah, let's try something here, because I do think that, yeah, I do think there was something definitely shuffling around here before.
Okay. So we're gonna start this now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on here so
Yeah,
you don't hear me. I am
yeah.
slipping about because it does have quite a good range, so you might get a bit of background cars and stuff like that. We'll know that one.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record now
Right.
and we'll ask a couple of questions. Was that anybody walking round before? If it was you, just say yes. Or even better, could you walk past again? Were you a monk, or a priest, or a bishop that lived here? If so, what was your name? We're not here to cause you any harm, we just want to know your story, so we can tell everybody your story. How did you feel about this place? How do you feel about the place now, what it looks like, and what happened to it? Are you somebody who lived in the abbey when it was in its original place in Chester before it was moved here? You just give us a sign or make a noise or anything like that.
Do you want to listen it back some of it and see if we've got anything?
I'm sorry if I take too much time over this, I'm just learning how to use
Oh,
it.
it's alright. We're the paranormal whiz kids. We're the paranormal whiz kids. We've got this stuff and we're like still trying to learn how to figure it all out and everything. But hey, we've got to start somewhere.
Priests, bishops who were around here before this abbey was dissolved by Henry VIII? Or anybody else here who would like to talk to us? Just speak into this device with the red light on. Is there anybody here who was offended by my ritual? What do you think of the place now? Does it upset you to see it as it is now? Is there anybody in this room that would like to talk to us?
That was a groan. Did you hear that? That was like a little groan. Did you hear it? Let's play it again, that bit.
Is there anybody in this room that would like to talk to us?
A groan. That was a groan.
That was definitely
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just play it one more time and then so everyone listen to this.
Is there anybody in this room that would like to talk to us?
That's a groan, innit? It's a little groan.
Like, no.
Let's just go around this side and hear the rest of it because I don't want to flash too many lights over there because I don't want to. We don't want to break it up now when we're getting stuff. Let's come and stand on the lawn. Carry on playing it.
When it was a monastery, or anybody later on who just came here. Just talking to the red light. Not here to disrespect the army or anything like that. Just want to know your story.
I'm just going to walk back and pick up the radio, Andy, and then we need to go that bit over there. We haven't been over there yet. You know, derelict kitchens and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a quiet film round. So that's definitely a groan, isn't it? Did you hear anything else?
There's a shuffling in it.
Alright, well let's go round there and sit on the bench, and then where you think... We'll go and sit on the bench round there and listen to it properly. Just doing some final filming round. Yeah, pick your stuff up, and I've got the radio around there on the bench. We'll pick that up, and then before we leave, we need to go over and do... I'm hearing sounds behind me again. That sounded like shackles. You know shackles? That sounded like... The clink of shackles just... I don't know if this camera's picking any of these sounds up. It'll be good if we play it back and it is. But you know when you hear shackles like somebody's in irons?
Yeah.
Just behind me there, it sounded... In that doorway, I think that doorway is active. Because that's where you got the little groan and that's where I heard the feet. That's something's there, I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Right, we'll get
Yeah, let's get the stuff together. Grab your gear!
Grab your gear, we're going.
Oh, come on, we've rehearsed this so many times. Andy, come on. But
Grab your gear, let's go.
We've practiced this so many times, guys. Just watch this.
Just...
Andy, grab your gear!
Let's go!
Yay, you got it right for once.
Oh, I'm a bit numb.
Grab your gear.
It's me age. Let's go!
Right. Oh, we need this. This is. I'm gonna put this over your eyes tomorrow night.
Yeah.
It's nothing strange that's going on in the bedroom. It's the place we're going tomorrow night. We need to do the Estes method, and for that I need to blindfold you. You got your hopes up then and all, didn't you? It's his birthday next week. He had his hopes well up then. No, Andy, sorry, I'm not blindfolding you for them purposes. I'm blindfolding you for the Estes method. Tomorrow night's location is an abandoned location, and we're going to be trying the famous Estes method where Andy will wear headphones and he will be blindfolded and strapped to the chair so he can't move. And he won't be able to hear me, he'll have headphones on. That'll be a blessing for you. And then I'll just ask questions and then we'll see if we get any relevant answers. So that's the Estes method. Lots and lots of paranormal people are using it now. It's pretty good. We've used it ourselves but we haven't recorded it yet. So we need to pick up our torch.
Blindfolded.
Did the dog ball flash at all?
No.
Never bloody flashes, does it?
No.
The last dog ball we had, I don't know if we told you that or not. We were in Blackpool doing paranormal just outside of the Norbreck Hotel on the seafront, where there's still a little bit of the hotel gardens rockery there. We'd set everything up. We put the dog balls out, the cat ball out, everything, and we was like, I was asking out, blah blah blah, and Andy had the radio on, trying to listen to spirit voices, and all he got was the horse racing results. And all I got was somebody's dog ran along, picked up the cat ball and ran off with it. So I had to run off down the Blackpool seafront after trying to get my dog ball back. They were the kinds of things that happen when we do paranormal, ain't it, Andy?
Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm still going back to the being strapped to a chair with a blindfold on. You pay good money for that.
Yeah, people would. We're going to be in an abandoned building, but we're not naming it until we've done it. So did you get anything when you did your ritual? Or, well, you probably won't know, so we'll look the camera back.
To be honest with you, that one with the groan was the first one I did in here.
Okay. Oh, was it? Oh, so that happened in here, so that wasn't outside.
That happened in here.
Right.
Because you can hear in the background, well, it's you doing your thing, so it picks up pretty well. But that was in here.
That's interesting.
And it wasn't me.
Oh, so we need to really listen it all back.
If it had been me, I'd have said.
Yeah. No, it weren't you. It was like someone groaning.
It weren't my stomach.
Yeah.
It weren't my stomach, and I'm not gonna go.
No, that was definitely was a groan.
I was still, but there was like.
Was it a summoning ritual? Because it might have been whatever he was summoning that made the noise.
I did the first one, yeah.
Okay, so.
I did the first one, invocation to Satan, and then the next one was the ritual of the 9 angles.
Well, that sounded more like someone groaning like they weren't well, or, you know, like an old age kind of groan.
Yeah, I mean, it felt quite calm in here, actually.
Yeah.
There was no, it's more about the ritual isn't what everybody thinks it is. It's more about opening up the spirits.
Yeah.
And that was the idea of ringing the bell.
Yeah.
With the vibration.
Yeah.
Like that. But when I played that back, there was a couple of like feet shuffling on.
Well, that's what we heard round there.
Like that.
Yeah.
Now I was like that. I'd put that on the floor specifically so I didn't have to move. and I was sat like this, which obviously I'm not shuffling, am I?
But would it not be strange if we got shuffling over there at the same time as you got shuffling over here?
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that would be.
But the other two are from over there. The other two recordings are from other doors.
Have you listened to them yet?
Actually, no.
Right, what we need to do, pack all the stuff up.
The one with the groan was in that
Over
door.
there, right. Let's get all the stuff
The
together.
first one was mine, the other one was yours.
We'll go and sit round there on that bench where it's quiet and we'll have a listen and see if we can hear.
Yeah.
But that was definitely was like a you know when someone's really ill?
Yeah.
Like wasn't it? Maybe use it if you want, the torch, it's up to you. Where's the yellow head torch, mine?
I've got it on my head.
Oh right, where's your yellow head torch? Not on my head.
There's one there.
Oh yeah, that'll be it. Alright, cool. That's it. It's full of cobwebs now. The spiders have, look at that. Spiders have come along and spun cobwebs whilst we've been here.
What was in this bag?
Dog ball.
Dog ball?
Yeah.
I don't know what dog ball is, mate.
I don't know, you might have just stuffed it in. It don't really work. It don't work anyway. Just leave the plastic. It's never flashed once.
Can I just leave it here for a dog?
No, take it with us because
Take it with us.
yeah, because it's evidence of paranormal, isn't it?
No, one day.
And people will be looking out now in future. This is what happened, you see. You leave evidence behind, and then they kick you out the next time you come and do paranormal. So we're going to walk back to where we started off doing our little radio vigil before. And do you know the radio is still switched on? And there is one small area that we haven't been to here yet, which is like kitchens and dining area and stuff like that. So we'll pay that a visit before we leave. That's the lavatorium again. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Can you hear it radio? Listen to it. It's still going on over there. I left it switched on. Like no one can hear it and crackling like mad though. Yeah, I had it on here. We was doing a bit of a trying to get spirit through before. We did get some voices coming through, but hey, was a name on here. In loving memory of Victor Ryerson. Maybe we should ask out for this person. Maybe we should ask out. Victor? This is your bench, are you here? Not tapping then, that. If you're here, Victor, try and come through because we're stood at your bench. Hello, it's nice to meet you. We love this place as well. There's music trying to come through, but we never know whether it's radio or not. Yeah, so that belongs to a man, that bench. So we're back in the garden again now, the herb. This one's got all plants and flowers. It's more like a botanical garden, this one, really. We were in the herb garden before.